So, with the woman, like I said, okay, so we're talking about the roles of a man and a woman, and women want equal, but yet the roles are different. So, what was your input on that?
Because I'm like this, right? Women, I always say, that they're equal to the man or the masculine one in the relationship, but it's not. It's really no equality, because just like you say, the men have a role and the women have a role, right? But my role, as the masculine one, is to carry all the heavy stuff, to
be the breadwinner.
So if something falls short, then I have to make up for it, and it's on me, like no excuse to make up for it, regardless of what I might have going on. That's just my role, like what I am expected to do.
So what was your issue with Derrick Jackson's video, as far as whenever he was talking about, women, how you're saying he's making this platform for women to ask for what they don't deserve? So when it comes to it, you're like, okay, so the man is supposed to doing all this, but the woman wants to be equal as far as consulting, about the house or what we're going to do with the kids, or
the women don't want to feel subservient, right, to a man, but you have, when the women, okay, you say you're equal, because when you're equal, you can't just say, okay, I'm equal, but you should do this for me, you should do that for me, but I don't have to really do this because I do this. Speaking that's along the lines of the women. Like, okay, for instance,
like whenever I was working late and you had to come home, you had to pick up Markel from school, you had to feed him and get all that. So whenever a woman lacks in one department, she should pick up in something else. Like, if you're working that late, that paycheck better be helping with something. Right. Because where you slack off at, like with the cleaning or the cooking or the kids, or you can't be home on time.
But that's the thing, because we were talking about the roles, right? So you say the roles of the man or the masculine is to, do the heavy labor work, be the breadwinner, the provider. What else? The roles of the man, typically.
Yeah, they do, as far as carrying the house and being the protector and, making sure everything is stable, even if the woman falls short or isn't able to.
And now the woman's role is what?
Now the woman's role, as far as the cooking, the cleaning, having the kids together, as far as taking them to school, most of the time picking them up.
So what about when you have these women who feel like they're equal because they go to work, and then be like, well, I go to work, so I shouldn't have to cook, but okay, I go to work and pay the bills too, but I still don't require you to do half of the work that I do. I don't require you to take out the trash. I don't require you to pack the heavy groceries or the heavy waters in the house. Like, I don't say do half of this since, or whatever like that.
You pitching where they slack, just like with you, like whenever you were out of work. And I said, okay, baby, I'm going to cover your portion of this week's bills because you didn't work. There has to be some type of compromise. And when both parties fail, there's got to be some way of making up for it. Just like if I can't cover your weeks, okay, cool, I'm going to work a little bit later this week to bring in some more money because you wasn't able to work because your truck was in the shop.
Right. But it still doesn't be like, okay, well, I shouldn't have to cook because I work. You see what I'm saying? Because I still no one should say I shouldn't have to do. But that's what women say. Because I don't say okay, well, since I pay half the bills, I shouldn't have to pack the heavy shit in the house. You know what I'm saying? Or the heavy stuff in the house. Like,
but you're supposed to do both.
But that's what I'm saying. But why can't women do both? Why can't women work and cook, or work and, you know what I'm saying? It's always, well, I work too. I pay half the bills too.
Well, I
shouldn't have to do that.
Well, you should. Okay, and this is my thing: is that okay? You may work late, so on the weekends you need to cook to where throughout the week, if you're not there, food is still there. Or if you can't be home for the children, do their homework and stuff, their laundry's done, clothes are laid out, everything. So it still helps you, even though you're not there. You still did something prior. Like, do that on the weekend. Do some mass cooking, or make sure all the laundry is done and the clothes are laid out and be like, hey, these are your clothes for the week.
But then on the weekend, they're like, well, this is my only time to rest and relax too.
Well, you got to sacrifice. Well, you got to sacrifice. If you can't do it during the week, you got to sacrifice and do it on the weekend. So during the week, when you come home, you don't have to hear, oh, I had to do this, and this, and this, and this, and do all that bullshit. You gotta come up with like on